Good afternoon, Granvilla family. My name is Nina Corsi, and I'm the Regional Director of Operations for Granvilla's Northeast region. The purpose of this video is to give you a couple of updates in regards to some changes with COVID within the state, as well as a little update on this storm that's coming our way. The state of Florida has definitely made some changes over the past couple weeks in regards to how they are monitoring COVID and some of the requirements that they're putting on us, our staff, as well as our residents. The state has kind of turned from a testing-based strategy to what they're calling a symptom-based strategy. The reason for this is that they're seeing that a lot of individuals are testing positive over and over and over and over again. It's almost like this virus does not leave their system. However, they have no symptoms whatsoever. They're completely asymptomatic, and some of their family members that have been close by to them are not getting sick. So the CDC has taken a look at this and tried to figure out a little bit more about the virus itself and what causes people to get infected and not get infected and how the transmission works. So the state has determined that a lot of people are not as infectious as maybe they thought in the beginning, and they're starting to change their guidelines based on a symptom-based strategy. At Granvilla, we can't take care of residents who are symptomatic. We just don't have that level of healthcare capabilities. So we are sticking for now with a testing-based strategy. And that means that any resident who is positive or any staff member that is positive will not be able to stay within the community, and we will require 2 negative tests before that individual can return to our community. I'm not sure that this will be forever, but it is definitely a thing that we do to err on the side of caution because our resident safety is always going to be the utmost importance. So we are sticking with that testing-based strategy. Our transition program has changed a little bit, and for those of you who have seen videos from me in the past, our transition program is basically the quarantine time that a resident has to go through when they first come into our community. So we require a negative test prior to admission or readmission, and then the resident would stay in a specific room by themselves and be tested several times during this quarantine time. So the way it is officially now, based upon the CDC's new guidelines, is that the resident will be tested on the 2nd day of their stay, as well as the 7th day of their stay within the community. They will not be allowed outside of their apartment. Previously, based upon some guidelines, we had said that after the 5th day, the resident could come out of their apartment if their first test was negative. But the state has said that they really are sticking to the 10-day policy, and so we are going to mirror their advice. And on 2nd day, 7th day, we will test the resident. If both of those tests come back negative, then we will allow them to come off that quarantine/transition program on day 10. So that is how that policy has been updated and how we have decided to keep moving forward as far as how we deal with COVID positive residents and staff members. There is a storm a-coming, and we are prepared. So each one of our properties in the Northeast region have all of our updated both staff member list as well as family member list. We will be in contact with you if there is any need to be. We're feeling quite confident that we're safe for this storm. Thank you. But we are still going to have all precautions in place ready to go, including checking our food, making sure we have everything for our emergency food pantry, working with our pharmacy to make sure that all of our medications are there at the property, double taking a look at the staffing within each community and making sure that we're all set and good to go there. But we're feeling very confident that we are fully prepared, and we have the great support of our home office team that has been very good during storms to give us whatever we need. So our hurricane preparedness kits are ready to go. We've got plenty of batteries, plenty of flashlights, lots of water and food ready to go in the event that this storm rears its ugly head towards us, but we will pray that does not happen. So please contact your executive director if you have any questions, and have a very safe weekend. So just one more thing for my Melbourne family. I don't know if you heard at the very beginning of the video, but I have a new title. a little bit of change within my life, but not a lot of change for the Melbourne property. So what has happened is I've been given an amazing opportunity to be the Regional Director of Operations for Grand Villa's Northeast region. That includes both the Melbourne property, so I'm not going anywhere. I wouldn't accept it if I had to leave Melbourne because I absolutely love Melbourne. That is my family. As well as Ormond Beach, DeLand, and Altamont Springs. So this is a huge compliment to our community because a lot of the practices that we've put in place over the past year and a half or so, they've asked me to take some of those best practices and just spread it out amongst the region. So it's a huge compliment for us. We let some of the staff members know they're starting to poke their head in one at a time, and they've been talking a little bit, so now the residents are starting to poke their head in my office one at a time. What's this I hear? Are you leaving us? I promise I'm not leaving you. Good news. The individual who we're about 90% sure is going to be the new ED at the community is someone who has been with our company for a while now. A lot of the staff members know this individual. This individual has family members local in Melbourne, so this is the perfect opportunity for both them and myself. It allows me to still be in Melbourne and love on all my residents and my staff members, but also for this person to be close to their family. So it is a win-win. It is a good change for everyone involved. I promise you I'm not leaving you. I'm here. And the change will probably take place early September. So if you have any questions, please email me. You guys know how to reach me. And I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be such a part of an amazing community for the past year and a half. So please stay safe this weekend. And if you need us, we're here. Okay? Thanks.